Alright, I'm out here by some kind of rock and some kind of plants, and I'm waiting out traffic here in Los Angeles. I don't know where I am. People in Los Angeles will know where I am now. So I'm near the LA Police Museum. Wow, was that awesome. Thanks everyone who suggested that one. So I've been told that you don't want to drive from like 2, 3, all the way up till 7 because you're just waiting in traffic, and I don't need to be anywhere. Plans kind of fell through for this afternoon that I had, so I've got some time. So I figured I'd do a thorough van walkthrough. It might be a little bit noisy, but let's dig in. So far the van's running great. For everybody that asked, thanks for that. It is running well. We'll start with the interior. Coming inside, I keep it as stock as possible. So I haven't really done anything other than add the dash cam and this SOE visor made out of multicam, of course. I've got a couple of patches here and then a tiny knife. But for the most part, I try to keep it as clean as possible up here and as tidy so that if someone does see this when it's parked somewhere, they don't get any ideas. I do have the mount for the satellite radio, thanks to Smeggy, but right now that thing is, or I have it put away, but I am going to try to get a different type of mount down here that's a little more subtle, because I really don't like it there. The heat blows on it and gets in the way of the air conditioning, and I'd rather have it down there where I can see it. It's also pointed kind of straight, and I'd rather it pointed this way a little bit. Anyway, so that's the front. It's working pretty good. I guess one mod is I'll be putting some USB ports underneath that little pocket area up there, so that if I put a battery or something up there, I can be charging it. Alright, so let's go back. Let's go back literally. So let's act like I needed to get something out of the back of the van. I would just come in, open it up, and that's what you're gonna see. So hopefully the cone and this thing kind of keep it from being obvious what's going on in here. I've got this foil on the back with some cardboard that's keeping the thing basically opaque. I do need to work on sealing up this gap for light a little bit. I've added these little reflective strips on magnets. Looks like I'm getting a battery warning, so I'll hurry up and get inside. The other side here is the cooler. And let's get back inside so I can plug in. This is what it looks like when you walk up to the van. It's got a bunch of stickers that are put again on that refrigerator magnet, just stuck on the doors. That's the actual Red Dawn sign. Let's get in here so I can plug in. It is about to die. It's just been through 2 museums today, so battery's not real happy. Probably should get a second smartphone. Alright, now we're plugged in. So that's the new power supply there, coming around from the battery that I'm sitting on right now. Powering the second monitor. This is how I keep the laptop when I'm driving. This is my receipts and stuff for the trip. This is nothing. I've been powering this battery. I realized the battery was dead, so I kind of strap it down with the bungee there and plug it in while I'm driving. So as I'm driving, the alternator is powering the battery is powering this. No energy loss, just gasoline. So when I stop like this, I unplug it so I'm not wasting my reserve battery. And then this thing will slowly get charged as I drive around. I didn't realize it was empty until I tried to use it at the police museum today. So, all tools in here, but I did cram a couple of my blankets in here as well, because I've been having them in this black bag, but I just didn't feel like unzipping it all the time. What do I care if I see my blanket? So I jammed it in here, and since I have the keyboard that Mr. Wright gave me up in here, this sweatshirt is keeping that keyboard from falling out every time I take a right turn. Or left turn, I guess. So that's basically what's going on here, is tools and a couple of my blankets. This is a mail sack that I put my dirty clothes in as I'm using them. They come out of this bag into this one, so eventually the dirty clothes looks as big as this one, and this one's empty, and then I wash clothes and it's the other way around. Cooler's been working fine. I got ice in Arizona, and it's still kind of cold in there, and this is like 2 days later in LA. So I'm okay with that cooler. More tools and parts basically under here, like belts and spark plugs and parts. Let's see, we got this windbreaker, of course, but behind there is the panel from Esotec. Actually, they're here in California. I should find out if maybe I could drop by. because that's a cool company, employing veterans to do the sewing. All stuff made for Green Berets and other people out there doing real work. So good stuff. I got that panel at the SARS show for nothing. It's like a $600 panel. I've got things in it like my radio right now, some chewing gum, some aspirins, and other things that are, you know, in there, but all kinds of stuff. All right, big truck went by. So we'll do a closer look at what's in there later. So got bedding and blankets basically in here, and that one sweatshirt that I had for when at night when it gets cold out here. Clothes, and that's it. There's a pair of pants and some boots underneath there, and that's it. So back here is the jack and this cone that I have, and flip-flops for when I go to the gym. Then we've got the bench that I'm sitting on. I think we've explained that before. Something new that I did this time is leave the internet back here 24/7, and that is awesome. So that's the black USB cord that's going up behind that patch, and it's the actual thing is being held up there by that NRA Whittingham Center patch there, sort of a Velcro attachment, and that is just on 24/7. Every once in a while I have to come back here and unplug it and plug it back in, and it's not so much that I have to, I just do, just to make sure that the thing gets cycled once in a while. But yeah, it's been great. Every time I'm near the van, there's internet. Anybody that I know that you know, hangs out with the gun channels or with us, I give them the password, and I think up to 5 devices can be on it. So anytime anybody's near the van, they've got internet. It's pretty awesome. Moving forward, got a bag of stuff there. This little bag I got at a gun show. It's just all hook Velcro on the back, and that's a carpet, so fits right on there. And you can see I've got the power cord for this thing just always there stowed, and then the power cord that I was charging that with is sitting there stowed. This cord is the thing for this that goes in there. I'm probably gonna get this a little nicer and just put a switch so I can just turn this thing on and off, and turn this whole unit on and off. That little blue LED is always on, and it's annoying. Let's see, I just came in here and plugged in, so we'll kind of go up front here. Always have a fire extinguisher. You never know what's going on in the world. First aid kit, that's from AMP3. That's their outfitter kit. It's a rollout kit, and we've done reviews on that. It's awesome, and it fits perfectly in that defibrillator box that I stuck to the partition there. I've also got some 5mm, like, you know, gloves for doing auto repairs and stuff. Super strong, so they last a while. They're blue, so if you have to use them for first aid or something, you can see blood, which can be important. That's why I don't like the black ones. For real use. So then in there is also some water, some like extra garbage bags, and paper towels. So if you have to clean up or get clean to do something, you can. Coffee, cooler with some, I've been eating nuts and applesauce from the 99-cent only store. So I'm trying to save money on this trip. There is no extra money. In fact, it's not even funded yet. So peanuts and basically baby food. It's like applesauce and oatmeal mixed together in those little pouches. But stays fine in there cold. Coffee is available at gas stations. Let's see, what else do we got here. First aid kit looking thing. It's basically gauze, extra gauze for something. It doesn't come off of there, so it's not really a trauma kit. It's just some extra gauze in a handy place and near there. So hard hat, only because when you open up just the one door there, it gives the impression with the fire extinguisher that I'm doing something, right? Ear Pro, that's Howard Lights with SOE wrap on it. I'm sorry that the wrap is not, I think it's ATAX, it's not multicam. I apologize. A little flashlight that don't work, so I got to get batteries in it. A giant magnet, which is awesome and useful. And that's everything there. Got my shirt hanging on a hanger, so that airs it out. It's just like having a wash machine back here. I got a backpack that is basically empty, minus a few things. I know I've done a video on that before. That's just an empty backpack in case I got to walk away or something. I've got an actual backpack to carry. Then that's a pack, like a Kiowa pack. It's actually a 3-color desert. It's really old, military issue, made by, I forget the name of the company. They employ specially able people though, so I really like that one. And then another one of these pouches over there, which I got at, they're like side armor pouches for some kind of armor system. I think military issue, and it's multicam, which is awesome. I think I got those in New Mexico when we went to that surplus store. They were like $5 in like a little bin. So $5, 100% US made, Brady compliant, multicam, licensed, super well made, bulletproof, made to put armor plates in, and I stick them on the side of my van and hold things like when I need to put stuff in there temporarily. It's got like 2 little pouches and some Velcro, so it makes an excellent, there should be a law, Makes an excellent little pouch for holding stuff temporarily. Didn't cost much. Got a Gun Channels G on a magnet in case I got to Scooby-Doo up the van for some reason. And big giant dog pad for sitting on. This way I can sit Indian style and look out of here at this. Just like a hippie. I'm in California, right? So I've got some stuff here that we've been collecting for who? Oh, the people that are supporting us on Patreon and helping to make this whole thing possible. In fact, one of our goals is to go out and look at gun shops during the week, as well as firearms museums, and then gun shows on the weekend. And some of the people on Patreon are interested in participating at another level where we take $50 from them. We steal $50 from our Patreons, then we take 25 of that and we spend it at gun shops and things like the Los Angeles Police Museum. This was $100 worth of their patches, and every one of the Patreons will get them a couple extras for randoms. And we've got the maps from the Autry Museum, a must-go, and the Los Angeles Museum. I guess if you want to see the machine guns used in the Hollywood shootout and other real police artifacts, you might want to check that museum out. A little sneak preview there. Otherwise, I think that's the van. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the tour and the results of the tour, which is really the goal, right? That's what it looks like all over. I guess this is the poster for Gun Channels. I think it was Clover and Ghost, or maybe Cycle Camp. I forget who came up with the idea of signing that thing. So everybody started signing this poster that I brought to the, Wanamaker show last year. And I've been carrying it around the country, and people have been signing it. So I have to get Angelina to sign it in Hosh tonight. And I got Knives to sign it already. I might meet up with Falling Hammer. And anybody else from Gun Channels that's around, you know, we'll have them sign it. We're going to Tulsa after this, so a bunch of people can sign it there. I guess that's about it. So if you got any questions, leave them in the comments. If you got any extra money, throw it at me either in Patreon, which is great, or over on the Gun Show Loophole Tour project over on Indiegogo. That's a tour of the van. I guess I can see what happens if I try to piggyback off of here, if it'll work or not. It likes it. So we'll go outside again. That's what it looks like if you were to walk up to the van. This is what it would look like if you looked outside of the van. Alright, that'll be the end of the video. There's a Gun Websites patch or something. Oh, let's put it on a tour. Let's end on the tour. Thanks for watching.